Hello guys, welcome to another video in English talking about Proton Simulator. I'm here to talk something about my life and the project at the same time, since this project is part of my life. It's a considerable part of my life. I'm working on this for 4 years, or more than 4 years actually. It's a long time desire having a bus simulator, and I started making it in 2016, or the base that we have I focused more on 2016. Although I have earlier studies like in 2013, 2014, but that was just some internal tests that never got released. I got some delays during the development because by that time I didn't got an iPhone or an Android phone. I was using Lumia's or Windows Phone, which was like a scam. They stopped the system very early. And then I didn't got money to buy an Android, so it delayed me like in 1 year or so, back in 2015. So I got a Moto G1, the first generation Moto G, and I started finally developing my mobile game, because originally it would be only for PC or desktops, computers. But there's a problem. There are way less people playing on computers than on mobile. Just look at your side, like how many people do you know that have a decent PC with a great graphics card that is capable of playing modern games at a great quality? Normally there are very few of them. Like a tiny amount of the population have a gaming PC. On the other hand, you can look how many people have a phone. Basic or intermediate, there's a lot of people around the world that have a phone. So most of the population have a phone nowadays, a mobile phone. And many of those have Android, others have iOS. ProtonBus don't exist for iOS, but it do for Android. And then we could get a huge amount of people playing that, so it was easier. Also, on the mobile market, we get, how can I say that? We get more, well, I don't know, I don't have the word. I'm learning English as you say, as you know, but yes, let's take on this. People are more used to simpler games. I could simplify something that doesn't have to be like a PC game, a real PC game, with every graphics maxed out, and a huge team of like 100 people making like the Rockstar Grand Theft Auto or GTA. No, the budgets to develop mobile games normally are way smaller than for PC games. It's easier. People accept, I won't say a lower quality content, it's not that, but a simplified content that's more suitable for the platform. So Android allowed that my dream of having my own bus simulator became a reality. If it was available only for PC, probably the project will get abandoned. Like, I cannot see myself making this only for PC. It will be making a much slower progress. Of course, we will not have the problems that we face on Android, so some parts of the development would be easier or faster, because it's easier developing for PCs than Android. We don't have to deal with SDK updates every year, a lot of changes or internal changes that Google forces us to do, and even Apple or iOS. All mobile devices are bad to develop. Like, all the time you have to update your app with something that you don't necessarily need, just to keep updated. It's a pain that. For PC, normally, we only have to update after a few dozen years. Like a game that runs on Windows 7 normally runs well on Windows 10. So this on PC platform is way better. Like, it's more stable. We don't have to be bothered a lot with DirectX or the graphics APIs. Normally the project will continue working for many years. But the public for PC is way smaller. And there's another problem. Monetization. To create a game you have to work a lot. It's not just fun. You can't create a bus simulator in like 2 months or 3 months, even in one entire year. You have more time to work on that. You must have more time to work on that. So, if you work alone, you probably will not... Oh, my bad. I hate when I crash. If you work alone, probably you won't get there. You need somehow works of other people, be it your team or some temporary partners or freelancers. Then I got that on the Android, since we have a system to pay the game, let's say, in an indirect way. On the PC platform we don't have that, and on the PC platform we have a lot of piracy. I don't have the numbers, of course, but here in Brazil, a lot of people don't pay for games. They just play with the pirated versions, and this is really bad for the industry. Especially for indies. It's hard making money with the games for PC here in Brazil. There are other countries where the piracy levels are high also. Normally companies talk about China, but there are many other countries. Of course, the piracy problem is a global problem. It happens worldwide, regardless of the country. But at least here in Brazil, it is so huge. I can see with OMZ. I can count on my fingers my friends who got the original OMZ on Steam, OMSI on Steam. A lot of people play the pirated version. We can see that easily on Brazilian groups on Facebook or Orkut back in time. Orkut was a social network. Many people probably don't know that. It was very popular in Brazil and India, but it got discontinued, just closed. So, yeah, it's way harder making money with games for PCs in Brazil or in other countries. Especially during a beta, I'm developing stuff, so the game will not be perfect, will not be top like the others that are already working or that are already released. This is a beta, it's an ongoing process. I can't make my first project way better than any other project that is already released for many years, like Euro Truck or even OMZ or TML Studios projects. When we start from the beginning, from scratch, from nothing, we must create our blocks of construction step by step. It's a huge process becoming a successful project. It's not easy, it's not automatic. And if you don't have money to support you on that period of time during the development, you don't have the project, basically. Unless you are rich and have a huge funding of money. So yeah, you can work for free on that. Since you have already money for the living, then you just use your free time to develop a game. But once you don't have that and you have to work and at the same time create the game, things get a little bit harder. So Android provided us the opportunity to make a beta, ongoing beta, or it's like a continuous release. I forget the word. There are some Linux distros that use that. It's a rolling release. Yeah, rolling release. There are distros Linux that are rolling release. Like they don't have a specific 1.0 or 2.0 version. They are there. So they build a new feature, release a testing version. Once it becomes stable, it goes to the main version. Then they start working on a new feature and then test it a lot, and after that it will go to the stable version. Without without reaching like 1.0 version to sell the game. Proton Beta is like that. It's like a continuous development over many years. We deliver a lot of content and also we work on new features, and at the same time we fix pending bugs or we increase the stability of the project over time. This makes it easier to make the project alive, because if I keep sitting, working, waiting till it gets perfect to be released, that could never happen. Because I don't have money to work, I have to work and pay my bills and eat and support people that work with me, like my 3D artists, modelers, to buy some assets on the asset store of Unity or in Real Marketplace, that they help to accelerate the development. instead of making every single building in the map, I can't do that, like hundreds of buildings. Making one or two or half a dozen is easy, but try yourself to make like 1,000 buildings completely different. It's hard. So it's easier buying those from the stock markets, not the stock markets, the stock asset stores. So I did that with the first money that I got on other projects and later Proton Buzz, and then the project starts to grow. If I was creating it for PC only, I would not have that kind of money. I will rely only on payments of users. Considering the amount of people that plays on PC, and also considering the amount of people that play prior to the version in Brazil, probably Proton Buzz would not exist today. If this project was for PC only, it should be treated like a hobby, probably. Of course, there are many companies that create games and sell them on PC, but they don't have monetization with advertising, and they don't have, how can I say that? They don't have a huge level of sales in certain countries, like Brazil, like I said, OMZ. Like 11 of 10 friends that I know have not paid for OMZ. They play the pirated version. It's impossible to keep the game like that. How can you work on that? So I will not create a game for PC to work with that community. Of course, there are some serious people that pay and love that. There are many people, like thousands of people, but the volume is not enough compared to the total. So yeah, I am so glad I have the Android version, thanks to Google and the platform, and also Unity. Since when I started studying to create this project, Unity was free. Unreal were paid before. I remember, oh shit, sorry. I remember Unreal got like $19.99 per month price back in time, like in 2014 or so. I'm not sure about the date or the price, but I started studying with Unity because of that. Unreal was pay engine. And later, I think it was in 2015, Tim Sweeney, the creator or the CEO of Unreal, I don't know if he's the creator, but he's the owner or the CEO, the most important people in the company now. He made the free version, and he said something that I love to hear. If you love something, oh, this is it's like a private police here in Brazil, it's very common in some neighbors. He said, if you love something, set it free. So, if people have success with the engine, they will start paying Unreal because of the royalties. Unreal asks for 5% of royalties once the game is generating money. Unity, on the other hand, don't ask for that. You have to buy the Plus or the professional version after you earn some amount of money, but to start for free. Both versions have the pros and cons, of course. Since I started with Unity, I know a lot of stuff in Unity, so it was easier for me. And also Unreal seems to be more heavier. I faced a lot of crashes on that, and I was not able to run a prototype I created on Unreal some years later on the J7 Prime phone, Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime. It was a basic phone, not high-end, but my project didn't run there, so I got disappointed, and then I stuck with Unity. I stick with Unity. I stayed. Well, I continue using Unity, and this is what allowed the game to become something real. And I love that. I really love that. So I'm so thankful for Unity and Google and Android. Besides the problems, because the Android quality control doesn't exist at all. I don't like saying bad stuff, but we have some bugs that should not be there. Like there's a bug more than 1 year. You install the game, it lacks the OBB, and the game gets stuck on the main screen. It's not only my game, any game that uses OBB file. So it seems that Google don't care, they don't fix the problem. Motorola devices are passing this. More than 1 year this problem is happening. No one fixes it. It's frustrating, but at the same time, it was the platform that helped the project to become what we have now. So yeah, I'm so glad we have those companies that allow poor people like me in the past to create great content and to start working on the gaming industry without having to have a lot of contacts or, oh my bad, without having to be rich in first place. If there's only iPhone, probably we'll not have this product. Apple loves money. Like, Apple is crazy about money. They are so, I don't have the word, but gananciosa in Portuguese. They love money. They sold the SSD on the machine, so you can't upgrade that. And Macs are so expensive, like it's the price of a car. If you want to get a Mac for a 3D game development, it's the price of a car, literally. I'm not joking. And in Brazil, things get worse. We are the country that gets the most expensive Macs, or one of the most expensive Macs here. So it was just impossible developing this game for iPhone in the first moment. Now we can develop it for iPhone, but there are another problems, like Apple so restricted on the content, like they want to approve the app and there are many internal changes that must be made. So since this is a beta and developing, supporting a new platform takes a huge amount of time, we plan to release it for iOS only in the future, like not now. Let's finish the basic core of the game, like the phase 3 of map modding system, the multilingual, because it's only in Portuguese and English right now. I'd like to add translations on the main menu and settings and the interface, the UI. So after the game is more polished and more complete, we plan to do one iOS version. But yeah, that's it guys, just a random talking about my project, my bus simulator. I plan to record more videos in English, as I said. I start a new English channel, just to speak bullshit. It's English the crazy way. I will place a link on the description. If you learn the language, please go there, watch some of my videos and give me a feedback about my English, please. It will help me a lot. And it's not to be funny, it's not meant to be great videos, no, it's a boring video. But I'm talking a lot and speaking a lot alone, and this helps a lot to improve my confidence and to get better English over time. So I decided to start that channel to speak just random stuff. Then I can compare my progress later. I can see my videos like from 2 or 3 years from now, and I will see, well, I was like that, now I'm better. Unfortunately, I lose some of my old videos. I did that in 2015, a long time ago, but I stopped recording. And this time I won't stop, because I have Proton Bus, so I have a reason to talk to people. It's different of making useless videos that no one would like to watch. If you are watching this, probably you enjoy my game, Proton Bus Simulator, so yeah, I have you to talk about, or to talk with on these videos, and this is a motivation, this is great. So that's it, just some information about the background of Proton Bus Simulator. I love the PC version, it's important to me, I'm playing here on the PC version. It's more enjoyable, it has got better graphics, and yeah, it's amazing. But for money generation, the PC version is not like, it's less than 1% of what we have on Android. So if you rely only on the PC version, the project will be killed very early on. That's it guys, thank you for watching, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. This is the official Proton Bus channel, like a Proton Simulator channel. I'm the creator, the founder of this game. I have a partner that works with me on buses and also on the Proton Bus road, called Victor, but he don't like posting many videos, so yeah. That's it, thumbs up if you like the idea or the project, and make a comment below. I'll try to get some ideas for the next videos on the comments. See you!